Here we go. All right, we are now live here from the KFVS Digital News Desk, and we're here for Jackson this week. We've got Janna Clifton with the Uptown Jackson Revitalization Organization. Janna, how are you today?
Great, Clayton, and you?
Doing fine, doing fine. Glad to be here, glad to be
Good.
looking forward. And we're looking forward to things going on in Jackson during the month of June. And there are several things coming up, right?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, it's hard to believe that May is almost over.
Yes.
June is almost here, which means we're almost halfway through 2023. Just think about that.
Wow.
That's weird. Um, but there are several things happening this upcoming month in June in Jackson, and a lot of regularly scheduled things, which I like. Throughout the summer, the city of Jackson has multiple events. So, yeah, coming up, I guess next week will be June technically, and it all gets started. Really, the first thing I'd like to mention is every Friday night in June in the Jackson City Park at the Rock Garden, there will be live music. It's called Rock in the Rock Garden. There's a great lineup for the entire month. You can check it out on the City of Jackson's website, but also on our Facebook page at Uptown Jackson Revitalization Organization. We shared a little info for them about Rock in the Rock Garden. So that's a really cool event. You just take lawn chairs, sit down, listen to the live music. It's a great time. That's one of the first regularly scheduled events. Also happening, not just in June, but throughout the summer, is of course the farmers market at the Train here in Uptown Jackson. One thing they changed about that this year is rather than being from 12 to 4, they switched it to 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And that's been a great change because there were quite a few people who were at work who really just couldn't make it to the farmers market. So they've really enjoyed that adjustment. I think both the farmers market vendors and those that go to the farmers market have really enjoyed that adjustment. So you can hit that every Tuesday from 2 to 6. And once a month, so actually coming up, what will that be next Wednesday, May 31st, it's the last Wednesday of the month, is the food truck rally down at the Train. So you can get all your favorite food trucks, just get a little bit of everything. And I am so sorry, that was loud. And you can enjoy the food truck rally the last Wednesday of the month. So that's May 31st for the month of May. And I believe June, it's June 24th, maybe? The last Wednesday of the month, just remember that. Maybe it's June 27th. Anyway, it's the last Wednesday of the month. So those are a couple events that are happening, as well as the regularly scheduled cruise in Uptown, the next one in June. It's the second Saturday of every month. I've talked about that a couple times on here, but the next one's going to be the most vendors we've ever had. It's on June 10th from 5 to 8 p.m. Live music with Mark Reese, and all the cars, all the vendors, and all the merchants staying open late, especially for the event. So it's a lot happening in Uptown Jackson and Jackson as a city. We're moving and shaking.
All right, wonderful stuff. We're glad to hear about it. Glad to look forward to it. And yeah, anything else just to mention before we close?
Yeah, actually, one more thing I'd love to mention, something that is happening just in the month of June for the Uptown merchants is a sidewalk sale. So from June 21st to 24th, you can go to Uptown Jackson and shop the sidewalk sales. The merchants will be set out and have all prepared, and you can shop outside, shop inside, shop everywhere in Uptown Jackson.
All right, certainly opportunities galore coming up in Jackson. We're glad.
That's right.
Yeah, glad to be looking at all of this and getting a sense of what's to come, what to put on our calendars. And Janna Clifton, we thank you for being here to help us do that.
Hey, thank you for always having me, Clayton.
Absolutely. And to our audience as well, thank you all for tuning in. We appreciate your time here. We're going to turn it back over to Local News Live. We will be back, Heartland News Now, just around the corner, 4 o'clock, your latest headlines and so forth. And we'll be back with that here in just a few.